Back at 7, where Lowry will play his 4th shot.
Well, I think he's just looking at that sort of sprinkler head area in front of him because he's going to try and putt. And if he's within 2 club lengths of that sprinkler head, he might get relief.
Thomas and Potter have arrived, so we'll get back to the opening hole for the start of their round in a moment.
It's normally, though, if it's within 2 club lengths of the green, within 2 club of the green and you're within 2 club lengths of it, so that looks like it might be too far away from the green's edge.
Players will certainly try to use the rules to their advantage, and the rules officials will try and grant them any accommodation that they can within the rules. But no dice here.
No. It looks like he can sort of just go between them and use it as a guide.
Yeah, just inside the left upright there. So that one left for par. DeChambeau's got an eagle opportunity ahead. Of course, this was the site of Bryson's near undoing yesterday, where he made an 8. Just about 30 seconds away here from our second featured group, beginning the 3rd round. Crowd starting to fill in just a little bit more. Lining the tee box in that small grandstand area.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 9:35 starting time. First on the tee, the winner of the 2017 PGA Championship played here at Quail Hollow, and this year's Players Champion from Goshen, Kentucky. Let's welcome Justin Thomas.
It's a very real possibility that Thomas, who starts the day 6 shots back, could play his way back into this as we point toward Championship Sunday.
I don't think there's any question about that. And gotta love the pants. And speaking of short game clinics, he put on one as he finished off that round yesterday. And do not count this man out this weekend. A little bit of breeze back into the face of the players now, coming off the right. This turned over to the left. That's well left, headed towards those first bunkers. May have gotten over top of them.
It did. It scampers past the cart path and over into the punch draw.
From Ocala, Florida, please welcome Ted Potter Jr.
2 victories on the PGA Tour for Ted Potter Jr. At Pebble Beach, 3 seasons back, the most recent.
I had a chance. I did a virtual short game clinic with Ted on Wednesday for WellsFargo for the first tee of Sacramento and Phoenix. Had a good time with him, and a guy who plays his own game. This also headed left. That may not get to the bunker.
No, and looking at the computer with the shot link dots where people have scored from, the left side of this hole today has not been kind. There's been a lot of black dots, which means bogeys from that left side. From the right side, there's a lot of blue.
Inside 30 feet for an eagle here for DeChambeau at 7 to get back to
Revenge?
even par.
Oh. Almost revenge.
All right, that was just earlier. Now we catch back up live here with Lowry. Very narrow, open stance over the ball, but takes care of that one.
I think when you see players having an open stance like that, it allows them to look down their line a little easier. Like when they're standing over the board and they're looking down their line, you see it much better.
And that is the first birdie of the round for Bryson DeChambeau.
You've got to be, if you're going to do that though, you've got to make sure that your right shoulder stays back when you stroke your putts. If you think about Joaquin Niemann, we saw him yesterday, he struggles keeping his right shoulder back. He would not work well with an open stance. He would be much better with a more closed stance, just to help keeping that shoulder back.
When you lose your full status out here, as Hunter Mahan has, there are exemptions available to you if you're a prolific winner like Mahan has been. It's a top 50 career earnings exemption that you're able to burn one time to get some starts out here. And then you've got to capitalize. You've got to make cuts and maybe make a little noise on the weekend, which is what Mahan's hoping to do.
And it's finding that belief in yourself again. Like, you remember how good you were. You remember what that felt like to be successful and to be at the top of your game. Then to watch it all drift away and to try and climb that mountain again. It's a big hill to climb, knowing that the talent pool has got deeper, everybody's changed. It's a different game a little bit now. You know, people hitting it a long way. And you've got to adapt to it. So good to see him make the cut and playing with an opportunity here.
So the 8th here, Karen, which was somewhat drivable yesterday. It played about 340 yards and a little bit of weight before Bryson takes it on.
Well, and it looks like, you know, when you see this, it just feels like you want to hit a move to the right. It feels like you want to hit a bit of a fade, which, you know, to some players that's going to be difficult. To Bryson, not so much. Whole location today, really tight in that back tier. It's 21 on and 4 from the right. And this green, because it's such a reachable par 4, there's a lot of movement in this green. And this is on a nice little sort of tier here. You've got slopes away from it though. So you've got to be accurate with your shots, with your second shots. And I think this is a green light all the way. You've got to give it a go and get up around the green and take your chances. Just bring the heat, let it rip.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Might even be less than driver from here. Yeah, it appears as though it is.
Push it. Go, ball. Go.
Almost. Looks like it found the bunker. Ooh, not an ideal start to the day for Potter.
And a little bit of a restricted backswing. I'm not sure I like this play. He makes good contact, but it's headed well left. This headed over by the 8th hole.
Oh, over the... Oh.
Well, that is on the move in the wrong direction. And Thomas just aware of those branches behind him at the top of the backswing, Karen.
He is, but his swing is a little bit more upright than what he was producing with those. I think that was just an exaggerated move just to make sure he got room.
Shoot. Yeah. I mean, I see your shot. I definitely see that, but can you get enough on that?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Otherwise, if you're seeing that run, I'll get that.
I mean, I'm with you. Like, I think I'd love to take him out and play. What do we have, what hole? 217 or something?
217. It's into the wind, but no spin on the ball.
You think, right?
Yeah. I'm done just right on it, I think. I like that.
I'm going to just try to run it at the gap. If I hit in that right bunker, it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the bunkers he was trying to avoid are the left ones. You heard him say, worst case, trying to get it in that right bunker. And if this gets a kick left, this could be really good. Hang on.
It's just going to race through the green there, Karen, but that was really well thought out, wasn't it?
It was, and you know, he was able to manipulate the shot, get the ball landing short and chasing up, and keeping that club face square to his target where he wanted it to go through impact was pretty cool.
This is a driver for Lowry here at the 8th.
Yeah.
Looks like he will join DeChambeau in the bunker here at the short par 4. That's where the hole is cut all the way and back today. Matt Wallace, Gary Woodland, two of the co-leaders in the final pairing of the day. Tee shots of DeChambeau and Lowry side by side in the bunker at 8. Birdie putt coming up from about 10 feet. I'm not sure where Ted Potter is, Karn. Can you update us?
He's left of the 8th fairway, but that's a really good shot there. Downhill lie.
Knock that in.
It's like, where's Ted?
Did he demonstrate that shot during the clinic with you earlier this week?
Actually, he did.
Thomas just off the back edge of the green here.
The ball sitting pretty good. And this is one I think he wants to just pitch it over the fringe a little left of the line, let the ball drift down left to right.
That's how you do it.
Well, and he had his eyes focused on the spot that he wanted that ball to land. To see why he's leading this.
Rory starts the 3rd round, 2 shots back, by the way. Back at 8. Lowry may have been anticipating a little bit more release with that one. Long par-saving attempts for Ted Potter Jr., 37 years of age, born in Ocala, Florida. He was a mini-tour legend there in the Sunshine State, and finally made it to the Korn Ferry Tour. Teed it up in 23 events his rookie season, did not make a cut the entire season. That would have sent a lot of players scrambling for the therapist's couch, perhaps. But this is a guy who's got a lot of perseverance and determination inside of him, Karn.
And this might be the first scene of Bill and Ted's Great Adventure minus Bill. This would be one heck of a par here. Just going to work a little left to right.
Oh. There's no justice.
Yeah, he'd have won an Oscar for that one.
There's no justice.
Oh, would have been just an all-world 4.
Yes.
Probably 5 is what the second shot deserved. His breakthrough victory came at the Greenbrier in West Virginia back in 2012. Then he had to wait half dozen years, Karen. What a place to secure your second victory on the PGA Tour. Everyone watching the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am just figured Dustin Johnson was going to take that title, but TPJ had other ideas. What a moment.
Always special when you win on courses like Pebble.
Yeah.
This week at Quail, because you know the challenge that the players face over every shot. And if you can raise your game to raise that trophy, then you know that you're in the upper echelons of golf worldwide.
So it's a par for Thomas back at 1, and here's Lowry for birdie up at the 8th. Got it. Fighting back after a couple of drop shots early, and 2 over where he started the round. And DeChambeau looking for that combination of birdies at 7 and 8 that players are striving for.
wasn't Bryson's putting over the first 2 rounds. I mean, he was gaining a good amount of strokes with that club through 2 rounds.
So DeChambeau 6 back, as is Thomas.
Trying to get that Stinger 3-wood. Trying to hit a low draw right to left. That ball's hanging a little bit right, and he may need to hang on to stay in the fairway.
Hold, please.
Did not take any formal lessons growing up when he was kind of cutting his teeth in the game. This is a self-taught move here for Ted Potter Jr. A little unorthodox, but repeatable, and it works for him. That's all that matters.
I'm going with driver here. This cut up the center of the fairway, but it's staying right there. That's probably going to chase through. Talk about a perseverance. Back in 2014, Ted tripped over a curb wearing flip-flops, shattered his ankle, took 2 years for him to recover, fought back through the Korn Ferry Tour to get back to the tour. So that's a lot of perseverance there.
Yeah, this is a guy that just is not going to be denied.
No. You talked about intangibles. There you go. That's one of those intangibles that you can't teach.
You can't really teach raw power either, can you? You can build it a little bit, as DeChambeau has, but
I think what we're seeing with players that are starting to play golf, because now youngsters, because they see golf has become a power game, they're training for more power from a younger age. Like, they're learning to hit the ball hard and fast and to not hold back. Finding fairways anymore is not the name of the game.
well, and that's good news for Lowry and DeChambeau, because they've missed most of them this morning.
I mean, it's, you know, you just look through the numbers. I mean, Bryson hit less fairways in round 2 from round 1, yet he hit more greens in regulation. So
we have been including Rory McIlroy, who shot himself back into the picture with a 66 yesterday. And there was this stretch of the golf course where he really kind of kicked it into another gear. And ironically, it came after a poor tee shot at 14. But how about that recovery?
I mean, it was in a spot that he could recover from. I mean, if he hits that wide left, he's in a whole world of hurt.
Made birdie at 14, then grabbed one up at the par 5 to get it to -1. 17 played 187 yards yesterday. A dangerous hole location, just kind of hanging over there by the water. That was one of the better strikes of the day that we saw on Friday.
But you notice with that swing, that was a nice little sort of controlled little follow through.
18, little trouble off the tee. This was actually his 3rd shot from 83 yards, and it was a touch of class. So he handled that one, shot 33 on the back, his opening 9 yesterday, then grabbed a couple more birdies at 1 and 3. The stroke was kind of flowing organically, wasn't it?
That one was such a patient putt. I mean, it was just a really short, timely putting stroke that the ball just dripped into the hole.
Not many hit the iron shots as high and majestically as Rory, especially with the scoring clubs, and that one was a pearl at the 3rd. And then the final birdie coming at the 8th, the short par 4. Only lost shot was at 4. He 3-putted there. Still got around in 66, made a big jump inside the top 5, continuing his longest active streak of consecutive top 10s here this week in Charlotte. All right, back out at the 2nd with JT.
Yeah, 176 here. And you'd like to keep the ball a little bit below the hole. And what wind there is a little bit off the left. And JT, again, great position, right side of the fairway. This starts left side of the green, kind of staying there, and should remain on the green, but has to be careful. There's a slope over there as well.
can see the ball of Potter over there in the primary cut.
And 164, just cannot judge what the spin is going to be. I mean, the uphill is going to help. Yeah, this one may need to go a little bit.
Briefly showed its head before tumbling off the front edge there. Up to the big par 4 at 9, where both players missed the fairway. Lowry hoisting that one up and over the tree. Elevated so much, Karen couldn't carry it all the way to.
See this ball going through the little hole and trying to get a little bit of cut on this as well.
All right, maybe just in front. And that is a ginormous green complex there at the 9.
A decent lie in that first cut. It's going to need to play this well out to the left. The ridge and the contour of the green should pull the ball back to the right.
Get up there.
There's that extra short game work.
It was interesting. We had a little question and answer period with the number of the members of the first tee, and he was asked a question about, why do you keep trying this game? He says, well, it's what I wanted to do my whole life. It's what I know. It's what I want to do, and that's what drives me.
I think players like that, Carney, and you would know because you've been there too. It's that you want to perfect yourself. You want to be better, and you can't just turn that off.
Yeah, it's a little extra something that a number of these players have.
Steady.
Well, that just obviously carried too much pace there.
DeChambeau's been busy in the bunkers this morning.
Yes, he has. He's been doing quite well from them, though. Like, it hasn't been bad.
Oh.
Yep.
On cue. And had a little late sizzle to it. So it looks like it's going to be a 2 under par opening 9. Those are some snazzy trousers, by the way, from Justin Thomas, representing the East Carolina University colors, Carr.
Or James Madison University.
Ah. Nicely done.
They play in the FCS semifinal game today against Sam Houston. Trying to get back to Frisco.
You remember your years at JMU fondly, I'm sure.
Without question. Long time ago, though. Yeah, this putt, again, this is about speed. It's going to work right to left, but any lack of pace, it'll miss low left.
I've seen just one putt by my count, Karen, that has caught the edge and gone down this week. One.
I agree, and I think we both kind of jumped off our chairs when it did. We saw it and we were like, oh, finally, one lips in.
This one from the bunker might be a little tougher than the one DeChambeau just had. Just because of the angle and a little bit deeper. Couldn't stop it either. All right, back at the second. Potter to stay at 1 over.
Just inside the hole with pace. I'm with you guys. I need to see some putts on the edge drop.
So stingy. I mean, I think there's so much break around these holes that, when the ball is rolling towards them, it's just hitting that edge and it's just saying, oh, no, thank you. I mean, it's just, there's too much slope, and especially if it's on the low side, there's just no chance of it going in.
as we move back to the 9th.
Gary, welcome back in.
Nice to be back.
Did you have a nice cup of tea? Nice.
Strangely enough, I think at the end of this hour we'll have Mark Carnival saying blimey, so we're in good shape.
Not a chance.
Karen Stuckles, Christian's just joined me here. John Swantaker has now taken a well-earned break. Mark Carnival on the course, as always, reading the greens like a champion. And this will be for a bogey for Shane Lowry. Was in the bunker, Gary, short right of the green. Couldn't get it, couldn't keep it on the green, and now he's left with this.
Yeah, it's a shame he kind of righted the ship, hadn't he, after the rough start. And now having that start from scratch again, if he can make this, but what an up and down front nine for Shane.
We're going to go to the 3rd, and this is Justin Thomas with his tee shot.
Yeah, wind's picking up a little bit. It's just mostly off the left, but slightly in. This down the left edge needs to drop to the right to find the fairway.
Good luck, please.
Now, Ted Potter.
I do like your tea and your fish and chips, though.
It's addictive.
Now, would you have it with the vinegar? This is the question.
Absolutely.
Good man.
Would you have it with a pickled onion?
No.
That's the main thing.
No, no, no.
No.
Not even me.
Just down the right center of the fairway for Ted. Kind of a bad hop there, but may have got a little lucky.